Valley Club. The Battleworld changes look great, except now we know the Brimstone Team is required. The Vampire and Zombie event is live in the game for the next few weeks. Is that a good or a bad thing? And Blue Marvel looks insane. Is he worth pushing all these events for? We're talking about all of these things and more in this edition of your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. Joining me from Cap's Locker Room is my brother ZeroKoolGamer, and if you're ready for all these topics and more, then brother Zero, let him know what to do.
Let's smash it.
Oh yeah, welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel and this edition of your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. I'm ValleyFlyin, this is ZeroKoolGamer, and we do this every single week, keeping you up to date on everything that has happened in Marvel Strike Force and is upcoming next week in Marvel Strike Force. And if you get some value from the video today, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new Marvel Strike Force video goes up. But how have you been enjoying Marvel Strike Force this week and just overall in the game?
Well, I'm kind of on the fence on both. There's something to do, but not really something to do. So,
yeah, I mean, we go through ups and downs. I think, you know, and I think the good thing now, our downtime is just boring. It hasn't been bad in the game. You know, we've had a lot of ups and downs in the game. Right now, I think we're kind of in a stalemate, but it looks like there's a lot of fun stuff coming up. The Battleworld, big change to the Battleworld. We're going to get into that. But before we get into the Battleworld changes, I do want to review the promo codes of the week. One is expiring very, very soon. So make sure you claim these guys. The first one, this one is the one to claim first. This is actually the most recent code. This is expiring Friday, October 3rd, 1 a.m. Brimstone Showdown, all one word. And I believe this is for some pretty good stuff, some power cores, some gold, things like that. Make sure you claim this. Again, it's expiring in a few hours. And the next one is Count Champ Sept. SEPT, so September, the abbreviation for this. This one is expiring actually in a couple days. So Sunday, October 5th at 2 p.m. Central Time. This is when this one expires. So if you guys have not claimed these yet, these are from early this week, just make sure you claim these. But big news today, Battleworld Updates. So before we get into all the little details of this, what was your overall impression of this blog? How excited for you how excited for the next version of Battleworld are you?
I think they listened to what we were asking for, and they gave us some really good changes that I think the community will like. As for Sentry as a whole, I think he's going to just slap us in the face, and we're just going to have to go back in and try again. He looks amazing.
Let's rewind a little bit to last week. The kit for Sentry was announced. The playable Sentry, the boss Sentry. The playable Sentry looks like one that I want to unlock, but the boss Sentry looks like he's fun to play against. If we look at the passive, they summon Avengers allies, and then he's going to lose the heroism. He's going to kill all of them. He's going to become the Void. He's going to summon some villain allies, U.S. Agent, Iron Patriot, Ares, Moonstone, Dokken, Bullseye. And then when he loses all that rage, he's going to kill all of them and then become the Sentry again. I like that. Thematically, it sounds fun. What do you think of him killing all of his allies and then resetting it with villains or heroes, depending which form he's switching from?
This looks like a lot of fun, especially since Void's going to pop up on my side, which looks like it's going to be a really bad thing. We need him to die and then go back to Sentry. I really want to see how this boss plays out. This looks fun.
You said something before we started recording, bang your head against the wall against this boss. I think that sounds great. You know, the content that I can't figure out right away, except for the zombies one. That one's just bad. We'll get to that in a little bit. But this looks fun. Most content that I'm banging my head against the wall, I'm looking forward to. What was your impression of this boss for Sentry Void as comparison to when we first got the boss version of Null announced? More excited, same, less excited? Where are you right now with this?
I'm a little bit more excited. I was excited at first, like, okay, cool, he's Sentry's going, and then Void shows up, which it doesn't do that for Null. Basically, you got to kill him once and goes. But the Void just looks like so powerful that you're going to be like, I need him to die now. Like, you need to bring in those strong characters to get him out of there because he's going to mess you up.
Yeah, this looks like a very, very tough fight, which is why I'm looking forward to that. And that was last week. The news this week, a big, big change that we have from Battleworld. A success or failure in a combat mission will not lock characters from being used in other missions. Now, I know from the Battleworld 1.0, for myself, this has slowed me down. I'm like, oh, I got to use characters in one section. I can't use them in the other section, so I got to selectively use some characters. A lot of times we don't have an overlap on that, so I just, you know, pick like Vigilantes and then Odin for the next section. But this will make a lot less planning, which I think is good. You could just use your good teams. What do you think of this first major change coming to Battleworld 2.0?
Like, I'm on the fence with it because I like the fact that I got to think about, oh, if I use them here, I can't use them in this one, but now you can, which gives a lot more for, I guess, newer players too. Like, they can still use their characters that they're trying to build up and you put them anywhere and you don't have to worry about not using them again. It's kind of like campaign missions. You just finish it and then move to the next. I'm for it. And again, I don't know. I'm on the fence with this one. I want to be like, I can't use them here, so now I got to figure out this.
Yeah, I mean, there are some strategy for that, some layers of strategy that we'd have to use. I guess the good thing is you have to build less teams. So instead of building maybe 3 teams for each, or 2 teams for each mission, because there was one that special mission that required like the Astral team. But I guess now we just could build one team that could go for everything. Our Fantastic 4 characters are Brimstone characters as I move this up. Brimstone is required. We'll get to that. That for me was the only downside. But I do kind of like that we could use whatever characters, just less characters to bring, and less thinking with this. And then just, I guess, less characters to build up, less thinking. The downside is that some of the strategy is removed. Now, as far as this increasing attempts, they're also doing that. Now, for myself, I don't think this is going to affect me too much. Normally, I just bring in the latest team, smash through the nodes. Maybe it's going to be a little more challenging. Maybe you can't do that anymore. But these increasing attempts, I think it's good for more newer mid-game alliance or alliances that have a lot of mixed members, you know, for some end-game players and some newer mid-game players. You're getting between 10 and 20 attempts. They haven't decided the amount of attempts yet. It's not going to be indefinite. What do you think of this change? I don't think it's going to affect our alliance too much because we have a lot of end game players, but I'm thinking it's more for newer and mid game alliances. Is that what you're thinking as well for this change here, the increasing attempts?
Right. I think it's more because once you do right now it was, you know, three chances to do it and then boom, that's it, you're done. This gives you, if they're deciding, let's say they decide 10, that should be more than enough to go, okay, if this team didn't work, maybe I should sub out him and put here, and they don't have to be like, oh, I got one more attempt and then that's it, I'm done. No, I think this is really good for players so they have some, you know, availability of like, okay, I'll come back to this in a few minutes because, you know, I got to do this or whatever, but I got 9 more tries or 19 more tries. I think it's good for us overall.
You know what? I take that back. I realizing as you're saying that there is that one node on day 3 where I cannot just auto it. I have to make sure that I had to use that Odin special right at the last node when Mephisto dropped. It gives a little more flexibility. So like I could do that attempt like, oh shoot, I had to actually manually play this. I think it allows us to auto it more. And then if it fails, we could, oh, let's try this again. So I do take that back. I think, you know, higher level alliances will still get some use out of this. So I think this is good. And if we use a character, it's not like that character's locked. We could use them over and over again. So yeah, I think it's a good change, positive. The other new thing is we're getting some new missions. The Abyss, the new time mission. And this is going to require Blast or Quasar. You need to beat this in under 90 seconds. Only possible because neither character is locked out. So it's going to keep resetting until you defeat it or you've used all of your attempts. This sounds fun. What are your thoughts on this with what we know right now? It's Blast or Quasar, 90 seconds, and you got to do it quickly. This sounds exciting for me. What are your thoughts on this when you first saw this?
I'm hoping it's similar to maybe the Blastar Scourge nodes where it's a puzzle and you have to figure it out. And now you got only 90 seconds to do it. So you really have to think, I'm excited for this node.
It seems like I'm going to be more engaged. Do you think you're going to be more engaged with this new version of Battleworld?
I want to play it. And if it gives us a puzzle, I will be waiting for the next zones too. Like, give me something just like this in each zone.
Now, one thing is the replayability. You know, puzzles are cool. The first week is going to be fun. If they keep recycling this content over and over, it's going to get kind of repetitive. What do you think they're going to do to make this seem fresh? Do you think they're going to switch up these time missions? Do you think they're going to like change the enemies, change the requirements? How do you think they're going to keep this fresh to keep that puzzle going? Because once it's solved, it's kind of solved for the rest of the time until they change something up.
Right. I think either one or the other, either change up the required members, which means now you have to figure out how to do what abilities you have to use, or the enemies, because then now you got to figure out what they're doing and what their turn order is, which could be random. So I hope they do either or both. So that way you're like, ooh, now I got to bring these characters. I got to build them so I can go against this mission that I know is going to make me think. And I think that would be great.
Yeah, it's like a lot of the raids and things like that. A lot of the content initially, it's fun, but doing it over and over and over after the puzzle's already been solved, like, why? Now, what makes me excited is these chaos missions. They seem like they're gonna do some crazy, weird things with this, and it reminds me of Danger Room, where they break the rules. They talk about going bananas with this stuff here. Another type is the chaos missions. The characters you use will change periodically. The mission itself will not ask you to solve a challenging mission with a new set of characters, is what they say. Chaos mission seems are optional, which if you want more fun, I guess if you're looking for rewards, I guess is optional. But if you're looking for fun, it's not going to be optional. Blaster, Quasar, and the Insidious 6 characters at launch. And what they say, up to 8 characters are going to be used, or that could have other synergy with the teams. And this is, they're going to have these things like the Chaos Room, the ISO 8 Poker, the Hellfire Danger Room is what they mentioned there. This seems like it's going to be weird and fun. What are your expectations for this Chaos mission?
If they're switching things up there and they're keeping it fresh, it would make the replayability just higher. You're going, oh, I'm just going to go in here with Blaster and Quasar and it'll be fine. Oh, wait, they changed the enemies on me. Now I got to figure out a new strategy, which is what I was looking for. If it gives that Danger Room feel, I think people, the community will be happy about it, because it won't just be, here you go in there, sim it and move on. Nope. There's new characters. Now you got to go do something.
Now, they mentioned specifically these ISO 8 poker hands from the Hellfire Club Danger Room. I didn't think that they were that useful during the Danger Room. They seem like during this mode, they'll be a little bit more fun. I'm glad that we have that ISO 8 selector that we could switch it right from the combat screen. Did you enjoy those ISO 8 poker cards, those modifiers in the Danger Room?
They were there. They were fine that they were there. I didn't see too much use with them for the Hellfire Club. It was like, I don't want to use these. It wasn't helping them that much, but it might be they're more attuned now for this node than they were in Danger Room.
Yeah, especially with Danger Room, if you're using rented characters, you can't really switch up to ISO 8, or at least this Hellfire Club. Maybe in future versions you can, but you couldn't really switch up to ISO 8 for those modified characters. So trying to get this to work was kind of difficult as well. All right, the big new thing, Brimstone is required. And the big thing that they're going to have with Brimstone is these cards to make them more valuable for this game mode. So some examples that they show here, the zoomies on spawn Hellfire, Hellcat will gain 100% speed and act first. Living bandages, if Living Mummy is an ally, all allies are immune to bleed. Brimstone allies gain immunity for 1 turn when attacked. And Daimonic Assistance. On assist, Diamond Hellstrom has damage increased by 250%. This thing previously was added to the Astral Team's tags. I like that they're doing this with the Brimstone team. I don't like that we have to build them now, because I was thinking of skipping this team is because of War Team, but this team looked very strong. They look very fun, and it looks like now, at least in the short term, we got to use a lot of resources to build up the Brimstone team that I wasn't expecting. I think long term, it's fine. The Astral Team was a team that I wanted to build anyway. The Liberty, even though I'm not really into war, that was a team that I wanted to build just because they were so good. What does this change for you, if anything?
I'm going to try to see if I could do it with Fantastic Four and maybe like Damien Hellstrom, but I think they're tuning it towards you need to build Brimstone to beat this node successfully. I could see a lot of people probably using Fantastic Four and just beating it by like the skin of their teeth and be like, all right, cool. But if you bring in Brimstone because you built them, they'll walk right over the node. So I don't like us forcing us to do it, but I see why they're doing it.
Well, my guess is that, let's say there's just 3 waves. You'll be able to beat a couple of the waves with Fantastic Four, but to beat all the waves, they're probably going to tune it so that you need Brimstone, is my guess. So initially, it's not going to be that good. You got to use those resources to get all that extra stuff. I think, like I said, you will be able to use the Fantastic Four first few waves. Hopefully, I'm wrong on that. You could use that for all the waves. But yeah, I guess if you just want to auto it, Brimstone is the way to go for this stuff. All right, and last but not least, the boss. The boss Sentry. We talked about that a little, but hold on. All right, so last but not least, we talked about the Sentry boss. It sounds like fun, especially Sentry killing the characters, bring up the Void killing characters, bring up Sentry. This one, you are able to only use 1 team per node. They mentioned Astral teams you could use. I think that's going to be 1 team. I think the Brimstone team is going to be another team. Astral team was designed to work with Null or beat Null. They're not designed to beat Sentry. Do you think that Astral, I'm predicting that they're going to be one of the teams along with Brimstone and another like hybrid team. Do you think that my guess is correct and Astral still be able to use in the boss fight, or they're going to be outdated and we're going to need Brimstone team and 2 hybrid teams coming up?
I mean, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to try taking Astral, and they'll probably drop.
That's me.
Either
That's
Phyla, yeah, drop Phyla for maybe somebody else to maybe help them out or see how to go ahead and attack Sentry and Void. But we built them, and we built them pretty big. I want to use them, but if it's just down to Shadow King and I just use them with somebody else or maybe tearing apart the team, I think that's probably what's going to work. But they're talking about Brimstone everywhere, so. Looks like Brimstone's going to be that direction where they're pushing us to. Yeah. I don't want to, but if that's where they're going, I guess I'm building them.
Well, where they have to make up their money somehow, right? I've been buying less characters, and now it's like, oh, got to build up this team if you want to be super successful at this latest version of Battleworld. TLDR, don't panic. Were you panicking, ZeroKool?
No, I am not panicking. Not yet. I'll wait to see. I'm just excited for the fact that Battleworld is looking a lot more fun. At least on paper, it's looking fun.
Yeah, on paper, this looks great, except for having to build Brimstone. But like I said, the short term, it's going to kind of suck. The long term, I don't think it matters too much. Character lockout is gone from the zones. They're still there for the boss. I think that's a good thing. Brimstone is a SAR for the Sentry City and worthy of building up. You're probably going to build them anyway. If you're into war, our alliance is a pretty casual war alliance. All we need to do is our 10 attacks. So yeah, I guess I'm not skipping the Brimstone. And chaos missions are meant mostly for theory crafting. They sound fun. I hope to have some good rewards along with them. It doesn't look like it's required, at least for the Sentry Void unlock. But if you can't do them, this says don't worry, you don't have to. But I hope there are some good rewards to incentivize players to try this, to try to figure out the puzzle that they're offering with this stuff. And now I guess let's move on to this Brimstone team as a whole. Now that we know that they're not just for war, you're going to need them for Battleworld. And if you want to get Sentry Void unlocked quicker, then you're going to need to unlock them a little sooner. Now, with the way that the first Battleworld was structured, as long as your alliance beats that boss once, you're getting the maximum amount of rewards. Do you think it's going to be like that? I mean, if someone in your alliance already has this team, or a few people in your alliance has this team, can you kind of hold off, or do you need to build them right away?
I think we're going to probably have to build them right away. Obviously, that first day is going to be like, let's test out everything. But I mean, I'm hoping the team is released before they bring out Battleworld, and we're not going, oh, we're going to have to wait for this one last member to be dropped so we can do it. But I don't like that they're forcing us to do it. That's just the bad part of it.
This guy, Diamond Hellstrom, coming out later today. He may be already released by the time this video goes up because I'm holding it off because of the Battleworld announcement. So he may be already released. What is your assessment of his value right now? Does he give any value right now in war and maybe hybrid teams? Or do you think you need the Brimstone team to really have the value?
I did some testing in war, and they're pretty powerful. They're fast. They just hit like a semi truck and just keep on moving. So, and Hellstrom and Black, what was it? Hellcat?
Hellcat.
Their speed is ridiculous. Their actual speed is nuts. It's bonkers. Like, okay, they're going pretty quick. So I think they're... Brimstone as a team, I don't think will be used pretty much in Crucible or somewhere else. But Hellstrom and Hellcat will probably be used around because they're quick. They're really, really fast. And I like Living Mummy. He looks nice, but he's slow. But the other two are quick.
This team looks pretty cool, in my opinion. This team looks pretty cool. Definitely going to build up Strange Heartless, Elsa Bloodstone, max them out. When I have gold, we're going to talk about that because I can't even build up the current team that I'm working on right now for the raids, and it's not as good. All right, but yeah, Brimstone team, very, very good in war. They were, I guess they're built to be like the latest war team that should smash everything. And now they're going to be required. And Damon Hellstrom, have you tried him as a standalone character or just with his full team?
I did. I cherry picked him, moving him around, and tried to see if he'd work with other teams. He's fat. He's fast, so he goes quick.
All right, so just the speed will make him valuable, even if he's not on his full team. All right, so War Players, this is a good character that you might want to go after right now. He's looking like he has a traditional release. Hellcat probably a traditional release. Living Zombie, released similar to Sebastian Shaw. There's an event going on right now for Living Zombie. You get his red stars, which doesn't seem as valuable. I mean, ever since they got that Elite 7s and the duplicates, you know, they've made it accessible with that incursion missions. And I just need one Elite 7 and to get all these characters here. So it's kind of like we would have gotten it for free right away when the characters released. But now, like Sebastian Shaw, we'd have to grind for this this red stars. We're getting some shards for it as well. What do you think of this release method? Kind of holding back the red stars and giving some character shards for free. And then if you purchase the character, I guess you get this 75 extra shards, get that unlock. It must have been successful, Sebastian Shaw, because they're doing it again with Living Mummy. What is your assessment of this as a player and as an envoy that kind of knows how Scopely wants to make their money?
I did go pretty hard for the Sebastian Shaw milestone, and budgeting wise, it was better to get the last milestone than try to get him, either purchase him on the web or in game in one of the offers. So it was actually a really good buy if you're a spender, because it cost way less to get those 75 shards for Shaw, and we unlocked them. It was great, but I don't know about the red stars part. They don't feel as valuable here. They could have put something else in there, like gold.
Nah, like 3 years ago, this would have been, this is great. But the way the red stars are right now is like the chases for diamonds and reds, and getting that 7th red star is just seems like it's for free. It's just a matter of how soon can you get those gold stars to fully utilize those 7 red stars. So yeah, what was the actual offer for Sebastian Shaw? Because I did all that stuff and I was like, it needs to be under $25, and I think it was around there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. What do you remember what it was? Because
I think it was $25, and we were just like, well, you got those shards there that you earned for free. You get this, you unlock them, and we got it. And I was like, oh, this is a lot. You got 100 shards for basically half the price they were selling them for normal, purchasers. I thought it was great. So I'm like, all right, cool. I don't have to worry about it. Half the price. Who's gonna deny half off?
See, for me, I would have thought that was a normal offer. But this is with 2 weeks worth of grinding. I thought it should have been way more heavily discounted. So I guess probably the same expectations for Living Mummy, because like I said, they probably enjoyed the results that they got from Sebastian Shaw, which is why they're doing it again right now for Living Mummy. All right, talking about mummies and zombies and stuff like that. Let's go to these modes right here. These are the new modes for this week. We still have the danger room, which is fun. We're gonna get to that, but the hunger and the thirst. I've not done this thirst yet. I went through it once, but let's play through this mission. You'll see me fail. Have you done this? Have you 3-starred this? Have you done as many attempts as I have? I've tried to do this over and over again, and I've gotten one good set of RNG, but unfortunately my Moon Knight died right at the end. All right, so this is kind of what happens with this vampire one. We try, and then these two big, huge vampires at the end need to be killed. If they're not, we're just gonna heal up, and it's a horrible matchup. How did you do this? Did you sit through the RNG, and there they go, healing up again, and it's just back. We didn't get Agatha doing her random attacks on these guys. Let's try one more, and if Agatha hits a few of them, yeah, I don't think we're gonna be good. This one, Vampire Occultist. Not very fun. Lots of RNG. No control over what Agatha is gonna do. And this one may be good. So if he gets did we get a kill? Did we get a kill? Do we get a kill on the Occultist? No. Oh, we got one. All right. This actually may be a good run here. As I was saying this to Tresh, I was on stream doing this many attempts for like an hour. Never got this to happen. So we'll keep playing this. But what was your assessment of the zombie one and the vampire one? Let's start with the vampire one because we're on this one right now.
I thought it was similar to the other one, so I kind of wasn't paying attention when I was playing it, and I was like, let me do this, and I put it on auto. I turned back, and I was like, what do you mean defeated? What? Like, wait, like, these should do it. I remember doing these missions, we just, okay. Man.
We might have a good one here. We might have a good one here, ZeroKool, but
keep it going,
we might have a good run here, but man, this is a lot of bad runs. I've had one good run. Moon Knight died right at the end. I was trying to save cooldowns, but we have 39 more. I don't know if we're going to do this on the whole news video. What is your assessment of the zombie one? I thought that one was a lot more fun.
The zombie one appears to be a little bit more fun trying it. This one with the vampires is just like, please don't die. But then they seem to start attacking, your civilians who you're trying to keep alive, but they're going.
You got to have them take no turns. It trucking. You really have to have them take no turns because if they get some turns, they're going to kill those citizens. They go after the citizens, but it's really about getting through that first wave. You need some good RNG, and it looks like we got some good RNG there to get through that first wave of all these characters. Yeah, don't be cheap with your cooldowns. You need to stay ahead of all these zombies, all these. These are vampires that are going after, right? We're with our own vampires and we're killing more vampires. All right. Just using not even saving cooldowns here. This wasn't as fun. I guess right now it's getting kind of fun because we got through the first node, but that took so many attempts to do this. And as far as the other event that we have, we're getting a lot of ability of event energy, but there's no reason to replay the other event that's going for the vampires and zombies right now. Seems like kind of a boring week. Did you have a lot of fun going through this through these nodes? And if you don't get good RNG like me, is it actually worth trying to get good RNG? Because if we look at the rewards, I'm going to keep trying to play this, but it's raid orbs, crimson raid orbs, and geared to 19 pieces. Great if you don't have Mephisto unlocked and still go after that Mephisto chase, but if you already have Mephisto, what value does this offer? Is it worth sitting through all this bad RNG if you already have Mephisto and geared to 19?
I don't think, if you're already past that part, I would say no. There's really not. If you're playing this basically and you have all these resources, you're playing it just to beat it and give yourself a little bit of a challenge, which it's hit or miss for me because there's like, I want to challenge a little bit, but the reward should be increased because this is really RNG, and for some reason you're smashing it right now, so don't stop, just keep on going.
Well, I don't know if you saw me on stream. It took hours. I was playing this yesterday for hours trying to get some good RNG. We got through the first wave. We got more of these occultists here. If we could get through these occultists, I think we're gonna be pretty good, but we got to get rid of them. They got some death proofs on them right now. Ugh. All right, I'm going to try to narrate this for everybody that is watch or listening. We're going to go after this occultist with a blade special, and can we get him down? Once these guys die, these enemies are pretty easy, but if these occultists are on the field, they heal up everybody, they give everybody turn meter, and it makes it very, very difficult. We got one more occultist. Can we get lucky? Can we get some extra hits with this occultist? Blade gets some death proofs off. Oh, man. All right, maybe I should talk trash about game modes every single time and record them live, because this is like the best run that we're having so far. All right, we're gonna get more shield on these guys, more shield, taking off the bleeds. Let's use the basic 4 main thing, and last but not least, yeah, this is the last note here. All right, this is where Moon Knight died last time. I was going a little too easy on the cooldowns. Let's go hard with the cooldowns here. Not try to save anything. Let's go after this occultist right now. This guy is going down. Boom. All right, we got that one down. All right, he's healing everybody up as long as they don't attack our citizens. Keep us alive. Actually, not just our citizens. We can't let any of our Night Stalkers die either. All right, almost there. We're almost there. Can we get through this? The cultist is almost dead. Don't save any skills there. There goes the occultist, and let's stun this. Actually, it's not going to get stunned. She doesn't have slow. Let's kill this one. It looks like we're staying ahead of the turn meter there. Yeah, let's go here. Let's bleed it off. Get the barrier, and let's man thing. Finish him off. Oh, he doesn't finish him off. A blade gets it. All right. It was very bad, man. All right, I was using that as example to show how bad this is, and we get a good example here. All right,
you needed a guy in a chair to be your lucky. I was giving you luck.
I needed that. So we got through it. I don't know if it's worth it though. I was only doing that as an example, but let me know your thoughts on this whole zombie event. Do you think we're gonna get something else as we get Zombie Kestrel added to the game? And when do you think she's gonna be added to the game? Next week or closer to Halloween?
I hope she comes soon, because we need something to do for that other event that's not really replayable. You beat it once and you're done. I don't understand it. Yeah.
Undying Rampage. Why is there ability energy if there's nothing to farm on these nodes? I don't know. It's kind of a weird event. It's like they copy and pasted it from last year and forgot a bunch of stuff. Let's move on to something I had really a lot of fun with. This Quasar Trials. I got all these milestones with maybe 5-10 minutes to spare. I did this on the last day, and I was like, all right, I got like half an hour to beat all these. I went in my initial run, did not, and I got stuck. I got stuck because I had all the packs on difficulty 10. Did you do this? How long did it take you? And did you have to upgrade any characters? Because I did upgrade characters, because like, I don't have time to do another run. I got to upgrade some characters so that I could beat it right now. The good thing about this, there is some stuff that's worth grinding. Some gear tier 20 crimson sigils. We have 25 of them, or sigils, and mythic geodes. We have 25 of them. So gear tier 20 pieces, not just gear 19 pieces. Did you do this? Was it worth the grind for these gear tier 20 pieces for you?
I mean, you know, a good 20, 25 minutes, maybe a little bit longer to get 25 of each mystic piece. I'm perfectly satisfied with that. It was still a little bit of a challenge. It wasn't too hard. There was maybe a note or two that I couldn't auto, because I'm like, well, now I see what I did wrong, or what the AI did wrong. Let me do it. And it was fun. It was done with it. But I did it the Sunday before, so I was like, oh, this event's still going. Let me do it before it ends.
Yeah, I thought I would run out of time. I'm like, wait a minute, I still got time to do this. Let me go in and do my run. And I had a lot of fun with that. I did have to use some supply credits to upgrade my Fantastic Four MCU. Did you have to upgrade any characters, or did you just go through it as needed? Because I think if I had more time, I wouldn't need to upgrade them, but because I didn't have time to start a new run, I used my supply credits, opened some Ultimus orbs, and got my Fantastic Four MCU up to 7 stars so I could use them on that last node. What did you have to upgrade anybody, or did you just smash through everything?
Just smashed right through it. I wasn't going to upgrade anymore.
What are you talking about, Valley? Why did you upgrade those characters? Because I couldn't use them, and I had all these accursed characters that I did not build up, and they were very, very low. So I guess if you had a curse, you didn't need to do that, but I didn't have my curse built up. So yeah, that's why we built those guys. All right, all these purple ISO 8 events. Actually, there's an auction for purple ISO 8. Let's talk about this, because this superior ISO 8 milestone. Now, I am doing very bad on this. And where am I? I'm trying to find myself. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm like rank 40,000 or something like that. I've done all my raid battles. I've raided with the Insidious 6. I've raided with Superior Spider-Man. Don't have that mad search and star levels, but the only thing that I'm missing is these golden webs. I don't have gold to do all this stuff. I can't really build up this I can't really build up open those orbs for the what is it called? The golden web. Because I'm still building up my Insidious 6. What are you doing with this? Are you pushing for some of these rank rewards for the new character that his kit was released, Blue Marble, earlier this week?
I am currently pushing. I believe. Yep.
Where are you getting gold from? Where are you getting gold from?
I decided to hoard some stuff for a while because why not? So I have about 80 million left. So I'm number 1347.
Holy crap.
I've just been holding.
Oh, you are doing very well on this event. I feel that I've not spent any. Yeah, well, I know I've spent no gold. I'm not sure if I should go back and spend more gold. We have 3 hours left. I don't think I'm gonna have enough gold for this. I got a few gold orbs. I get like 1.7 million every 10 that I open. So that's not gonna be enough for any of this stuff. Mega gold orbs, I seem to only get the non-jackpot, so I'm really missing gold. One thing that it annoys me is I've upgrading these characters for the Annihilation raids, but I know this is a problem with Thunderbolts. It's a problem with the Insidious 6 as well. As you upgrade your characters, shouldn't the raid feel easier, Zero? Shouldn't it feel like you're rewarded for upgrading your characters?
It should.
Logically, that makes sense. Logically, that makes sense, right?
It does, but sometimes it fails, and you're like, wait, why?
Wait, this raid should be easier because my characters are stronger, but I went in today after upgrading a few Insidious 6 members. And I was getting, the new members were getting one-shotted, dying. I don't know what changed. I don't know if that changed the target of the AI. Maybe I just got bad RNG every single run that I did today, but it got a lot harder. Why do they do that?
I think it's just the Scopely logic. They just, I just spent all this stuff to build up this character and the node failed. Why is it failing if I built him up? It should be easier, but...
I don't even have enough gold to build them up to 95. That's how little gold for my Superior Spider-Man. It's at level 92 right now. My hobby level is 95. So as much as I want to build the Brimstone Team and the Insidious 6, I just got no gold right now. So I might be missing out on this ISO 8 event that's going on. And that sucks because this kit for Blue Marvel was announced this week. Now, a lot of people are thinking, yeah, he's got no mythic tag, but he's a mythic character. My goodness. Well, we're going to talk about his kit and some standout features, but when you first saw this kit, what did you think of this character? They told me on the announcement, yeah, he's not going to be like Odin, Mephisto level. He's going to be, Null or Captain Britain type level. I see him as stronger than Odin and Null right now. Where do you see him as far as a character level?
He's fast, and then he makes himself go even faster. He's got awesome health. He just keeps getting more and more he gets armor and speed right every turn. It's just ridiculous what his kid and I think they were like epic or mythic. No, it should be mythic, but they went epic, and I'm like, feels a little better than epic.
So do these tags make no difference? It's just where you unlock these characters? Because this guy is super strong.
He is super strong. He is ridiculous. And they're ridiculous on the good side because his speed is 132. So it's like, wow, he is going to be fast and he's going to hit like a truck.
Oh, but what I like is kind of that Silver Surfer type of thing where as he takes more turns, he gets stronger. On each of Blue Marvel's turns, he gains damage and resistance up to 75%. So almost doubling his damage and resistance the more turns he takes. At the end of enemies' turns, he gets faster, he gets more speed and armor up to 80%. So Again, almost doubling his speed and armor the more turns the enemies take. This guy looks insane, and the rest of his kit is solid as well, but just that ramping up effect is what really stands out to me. What really stood out besides his speed to you?
Safeguard removal. He is removing safeguard all over the place, which is ridiculous because you're always going, I need that safeguard, but he's taking it out, and then boom, he's going to just start wrecking you. And this is his kit is the special and the alt are ridiculous. Yeah, they're just ridiculous.
Now, they announced this kit right in the middle of this ISO 8 auction. Did that change your gold spend or anything when you saw how strong this blue marvel is going to be?
I'm going to make sure I have enough to get him to 105, if maybe 100. I'm just going to try because that's a lot of gold I have. But as long as I'm in the top 2,000, I'll be fine. But he looks like you need to just max him out the moment he comes in the game.
Yeah, the good thing about this is it doesn't look like you got to upgrade as many characters as we needed for previous mythic characters. That's why I guess he has the epic tag. It should be easier to get that unlocked once we get the ISO 8 4 ions, and ISO 8 5 ions aren't even in the games yet, so it's not even possible to get that unlocked. But yeah, the ISO 8 4 is with that auction right now, and let me know down in the comments if that caused you to spend a bit more knowing how strong this character is. I want this character, but I just don't have to go. I don't have the gold to compete at this auction right now. All right. Other fun thing that happened, kind of happened last week, but it's still going on right now for 3 more days. Danger Room. I had a lot of fun with this Danger Room. I failed like 6-7 times on that final node, and I thought it was a lot of fun because every time I went back and made a little bit more progress, changed what I was doing with my attacks. Did you do this Danger Room? Have you finished this yet? And if you did, how much fun was this compared to some of the previous Danger Rooms?
I'll go with the fun part. This one is a nice little challenge to do. I kind of stumbled on how to get around the nodes. I'm not saying how yet, but I'll tell Valley off stream. But there's a way. I've noticed some numbers, and I started tracking. I was like, oh, I think I know how to beat this. However, RNG is there to be like, boom, nope, you're not getting any further. I believe I'm on the top 100 at 46 or 47, somewhere around there.
Nice.
So it was fun.
Let me see if it shows that part.
Yep, it should be there. Somewhere around there.
Somewhere.
Yeah, I'm number. Oh, they dropped me. Oh, I guess it dropped me to number 100. Go ahead. I'm right below
100. You're 100.
Yep, I believe I'm 100.
There you are. And there's our alliance.
Yep.
You're representing nice.
I'm trying. I'm gonna do some more runs, but this one was fun. This one really was because you're trying to figure out how to attack some of these harder enemies. But they put some good nodes on there where they give you a strong team with Odin, Mephisto, endgame Thanos, and you're just like, I don't want to hit him, but I got to go after him. Like, where do I go? So this one for me has been fun because it's still a puzzle. It's not like I could just press auto and do it. It's a puzzle still to do.
And you do need to get the good cards. You need to get some good RNG. Get the good cards. You need to have the right characters as well, because if those characters won't pop up and you get the good cards, it's very challenging. But I like this. Unfortunately, I didn't have the time to go back and play this again. Did you, to get your top 100 run, did you have a lot of these yellow coins to equip a lot of these modifiers for your run? Or did you just go straight up and I'm going to beat this without all that stuff?
I got about 10,000 coins right now because I have all the packs.
All right. You got all the stuff, making all that stuff easier for you so you could go elite, and not have to kind of avoid those like I did. Gotcha. So if you want a top 100 score, you're going to have to grind this a lot, grind those yellow coins, and you're probably going to have to have good RNG as well, getting the proper cards, getting the proper things. And if you have time, I think that's fun. If you don't have time, you can do it once and hopefully get some good RNG with all that. I like these Danger Rooms. What are you wanting to see from future Danger Rooms?
I hope they keep it as optional. It's not required. It's nothing big. If they put a little bit more rewards in the ranking part, would probably get more. It'd be more enticing for people to play. Sure, you got some borders there and a couple of XLs or whatever, but even if you sprinkle in something in there, it would make people go, okay, I want to play this. I don't have to, but I want to, and that's how I feel with it. I want to play this because it's challenging, but I don't need to. I could just avoid it and do whatever else I want to do.
Now, this avatar looks really, really nice. This avatar border for top 100 looks really, really nice. This what is the Spider-Man one? The Superior Spider-Man one looks really nice. The rest of them I could go without, but yeah, I if I have time, I would try to push for this just because I think it looks nice. Just a personal preference there. All right. Any other final thoughts on the Danger before we move on to the new rules for War in Cosmic Crucible?
Danger Room is looking better and better, and I hope they keep it on pace with it.
I like that. I've liked it ever since the start, but I know not all the community enjoys all these Danger Rooms. Let me know what your assessment is of these Danger Rooms, Valley Club, as we move on to these new War and Cosmic Crucible rules. New War season starting this Sunday. New Cosmic Crucible season starting next Friday. All right, it looks like it is the season for both of these of the Brimstone team. Brimstone is getting very, very strong in this current season of Cosmic Crucible, and obviously in War, they're going to be very strong. All right, global rules. Attacking Secret Warrior allies, getting 3 negative effects. Did you build up your Secret Warriors team?
They have characters on that team? Oh, I must have missed them.
They look good. They look good. They look like a good, fun team. But again, I have no resources to even build my important Insidious 6 right now. So I have no resources for a luxury team. Undying allies performing more attacks for targets with bleed. We have 4 Undying. We're getting another member in Zombie Kestrel. Is this making you want to get Zombie Kestrel for these War rules and extra targets, extra attacks with bleeds?
I will preface this that this is only for War, but Undying is really strong still in War without, updated stats. It's the kit that's really pushing them, and Zombie Scarlet Witch. And now we're going to have Zombie Kestrel. They might be able to take out some newer teams with this, but they won't be able to take out like meta teams, but they can still do some fun stuff in it. And it's fun to watch because I've built Hela and Zim beforehand, so I get some value out of it, but I need to see what Zombie Kestrel can do.
Yeah, I think they'll be very, very strong. Maybe taking out all non-Brimstone defenses and hybrid teams with Professor X. All right, Brimstone is getting more speed, so they're a strong War team, and they're getting even stronger this season. All right, so it looks like it's going to be a fun one if you have these. And then as far as these primary stats, defending teams, full teams, Annihilators, Astral, Starjammers, X-Men, Thunderbolts, any reason to keep these teams full and place them on defense just for these extra bonus stats?
I think it maybe Annihilators and Astral might prove to be
even
others.
Silver Surfer and Ultimus worth bringing them on for these 30% primary stats for the 3 main Annihilators.
I really like Ultimus, but he's not doing it anymore because of the stats part.
Ultimus did have a use for a while. Silver Surfer though, what the hell? What the hell with that guy? What is he gonna do?
I don't know what he's gonna do. But
he's there. He'll give the rest of the Annihilators 30% primary stats. Is what he's gonna do.
Which might mess up somebody for endgame. So that's the only positive.
It could, yes. But endgame is going to be harder to drop down to 50%. His damage is going to go up, though. All right, attacking characters. Avengers, Liberty, Absolute A-Force, Vigilante, and Fantastic Four MCU. Taking these guys off of defense, using them on offense now?
I'm pretty sure I'm not using Avengers, but the rest are probably going to get some use for attacking.
Well, remember, Avengers is all those characters, right? I think that there's all the Avenger characters in the background have that tag. So there's going to be a lot of them, but I don't think any of them reworked in a while. So, all right, let's move on to Cosmic Crucible. Before we move on to Cosmic, any other final thoughts on War? Any rooms stand out to you or anything like that?
Nothing's standing out right now. I think they're working on it. They need to give it a little bit more polish, and we'd probably be like, yes, let's go do War.
How soon do we think are going to give these big major War changes that they've been talking about for a while? 2 seasons or more than 2 seasons?
I hope before the end of the year so we can leave off on a good positive note for War, but that's a hope, and sometimes they don't give us hope. So
sometimes. Well, like I said, at least right now, it feels like it's a downtime in the game, but it feels like it's kind of flat. It's not like overly negative for myself, at least for me. It's just, there's been times that have like, oh, I don't like right now. It's just kind of flat. Hopefully with the Battleworld changes and other things coming up, a lot more exciting things coming up as we move on to Cosmic Crucible. Global rules, non-mythic mystic characters. So Brimstone. 20% drain per negative effect. Bleed, offense down, trauma, or disrupted. How big of a difference is that going to make in Cosmic Crucible? You are way more engaged in Cosmic Crucible than me. What does this global rules mean to you?
There's a lot of mystic characters out there, and they could use this, especially with the drain. The drain will help out immensely if you can get these negative effects out there. I'm going to have to start really thinking about it and putting them everywhere, because that drain could be helpful.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a lot of the things in Cosmic Crucible, a little bit of negative because you have some negative effects, but you get 20% drain because of that. So are you trying to attack a team that's going to put this on you? How are we going to use this strategically?
If I see some mystic characters, I'm probably going to bring Quasar. You're like, yeah, I'm going to need that immunity for a little bit. And hopefully they don't got nothing that flips it, depending on which mystic character they bring, or, reduce it. But I'm going to start theory crafting some, because Quasar is going to be used a lot.
All right, we got 6 new rooms. I guess the room 6 is usually the most interesting. So as far as room 6, temporal fluctuations on offense and defense, all characters on turn clear negative effects from self and gain speed up. So they're not going to get that drain because they're clearing all the negative effects in this room, unless you have like a safeguard or something that keeps it on there, or whatever trauma. The trauma. Yes. Trauma. Speed up, gain 20%. More speed, and with bleeds, offense down, trauma, or disrupted to gain more speed. So this is all about speed in this room. The turnover is going to be weird at first. It's going to take a little while, I think, to get used to this room. What are your thoughts on this room? Defense, offensively, what?
That makes me go, I don't want to take Quasar, because I'm going to get 50% speed if they put this on me. But I got to survive when that negative effect hits. So, wow, this is now I'm like, where do I go? What do I do? I think room 6 will be the fun one, where people are going to try a lot more different. They're going to try to theory craft this room to see which one's more effective.
All right. Any other rooms stand out to you? That was the one that stand out to me. We got a lot of vanilla rooms, in my opinion. But what is your assessment of these rooms?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of vanilla. Yeah, I think they're mostly vanilla. Room 5 is somewhat okay. I like it. It's just they're increasing all the negative effects, so that might be fun to do if you can drop a whole bunch of them on somebody. But
especially if you're a mystic character and getting drained from that, could be interesting here.
This could be interesting. It could heal you right back up, which could give you a couple of points and help you beat by efficiency, because you want more healthier characters. So, but room 6 looks like to be the kicker. Every other one will probably be just normal. Throw something in there and let the room rules help. But 6 is probably going to be the one where you're like, dude, we got to figure this out.
All right, big thing here, no ultimate 32. I kind of like that, but the big thing here was the loss of points that people were trying to build up their ranking, and then Ultimate 32 happens 5 matches in a row, and it just destroys like a whole season. It's not going to come back. And in a recent Envoy call, RJ said that they don't want it to be like this, and Ultimate 32 is not going to come back until they figure out a way to not have the loss of points. What are you thinking about this loss of Ultimate 32? For you, is that a positive or a negative?
I mean, last couple of times for U32, I kind of went like 4-1 and 5-0, so it was like positive for me. But I see the negative side of it, because the rank you're working this whole season to move up, and then within 1 week you can drop all the way back down, if not further.
From the whole season, yeah. Yeah,
the whole season. Like, I've been working for a couple of weeks for this, and boom, I'm gone. So I think this is a positive take for the community. Let them address it. Let them figure out how to get it to where it just goes, hey, if you want to play U32, you're in it. You don't have to worry about it, but it's there if you want to play it. And when that comes, I believe it's going to be really, really positive for the community.
Yeah, I kind of like the Ultimate 32, but this point loss has been something community's complaining about ever since like day 1 that we had the Ultimate 32. So hopefully they could figure that out, and it could bring it back, and it could just be for fun, testing out some of the new rooms. But I like the quick 3 attacks. Boom, boom, Boom. Done. I'm done with everything, and I kind of like that, dude, instead of having to really sit down and think about it. But that's about it. Lots of stuff coming up. It's kind of a bland week, in my opinion, Marvel Strike Force, but hopefully we got some good stuff coming up. What is exciting you the most about what we have coming up? Is it some of the characters, Void Sentry? Is it Battleworld? Is it Blue Marvel? Is it that chase for that ISO 8 purple? What has you most excited about what's coming up?
The chase is kind of fun for ISO 8. Just got to spend gold, and I don't want to, but I would love more ISO.
That's for this current event. That's for the event that's ending in a few hours.
Right.
We still have way more chasing of that stuff coming up.
Blue Marvel, he looks redonkulous, and I want to try to get him really fast. The moment he drops, I'm trying to get him. Battleworld looks extremely fun. I want to test out those nodes, and I'm excited for Sentry. I'm really not excited for Void, because Void kind of wants to mess up my side. But Sentry and Battleworld overall looks like it's going to be fun. I hope it comes sooner than later.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Battleworld bosses. I can't wait to fight that boss version of Sentry Void. He looks very, very challenging, and this new change to the Battleworld has me pretty excited. Let me know down in the comments, guys, what kind of week it's been for you and what has you most excited coming up in Marvel Strike Force. Hopefully you got some value from the video. If you did, leave the video a like. Check me out on social media. Make sure you go over to ZeroKoolGamer's channel and check him out. He streams all the time, and sometimes he helps our alliance with their Cosmic Crucible battles. But make sure you check all that stuff out. And if you want to see every character in Marvel Strike Force ranked from best to worst, check out the video up there. I will see you guys next time. Are you ready for a fist bump, brother Zero?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Hulk fist bump. ValleyFlyin, ZeroKoolGamer out. Have a great one, guys. See you guys next week.